Let's give him a warm welcome.
Thank you. Yes. Whoa. Orale. Oh, yeah, tripping up back here, brother. What, you got a little booster up here or something for something? Busted! You guys didn't know that is a booster right here, huh? We just became friends. I think it ends right now, though. I just snitched him out right now, man. It's all right. He's got me wired like an FBI agent up here. You don't know, man? Got these wires going like that. Like he wants me to record somebody. You guys don't tell me no secrets. I'm wired. This is cool. Yeah, get a picture of me, honey. Do me a favor, right? Get a picture of that little dove right there. I gotta tell my PO for real. I was here. I had to prove it. You know what I mean? I gotta. Yeah, give it up for the OG taking pictures, man. Give it up, my brother. It's so. He's old school. That's old school right there. They got cameras now, dog. It's just a camera. Oh my goodness. I am honored to be here tonight. It's an honor. I'm so honored. I feel like I'm giving a political speech right now. I'm not used to doing this. I usually have my mic and I'm walking back and forth like, me creo todo preacher right now. No, man, I said my wife and I are with you, Al, tonight, and my kids, my babies, they're with their father today, so I gotta. We decided we'll have a little. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. And ladies, do me a favor. Guys, gentlemen, don't just do Valentine's today, man. Treat every day like Valentine's. Every day, man. Don't just pick one day of the year to do it. You know what I mean? Do it, you know. And ladies, don't expect us to be doing it every day, okay, ladies? We're expecting the flowers and the chocolates all the time and maybe cooking for. Don't expect that every day, right? And ladies, I apologize for using you as an excuse to get to her. For those of you that I want to introduce my wife, this is my Wheezy. Everybody knows her as Wheezy because, because she smokes a lot, and so we're trying to get her to stop. So pray for her to stop. On a serious note, pray for my wife because she suffers from iron deficiency. So if my suit looks wrinkled, she used to iron when we were first married. Now you can iron yourself, man. They changed, bro. They changed, man. ¿Cómo has cambiado, vieja? Yeah. March 21st, we've been married 33 years. 33 years, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the clapping, but, you know, I can't because she won't let me leave. You know, and, I know you can't tell right now, but, you know, she's old school. Chola right there. Yeah. Ever since she got out parole, nobody, she just grew her eyebrows back. She just changed, bro. ¿Cómo has cambiado, vieja? I'm telling you. 33 years. No, I remember, man, when because back then I needed backup. So that's why, got with her. Cholas don't run, bro. They'll jump in with you, man. They don't care if it's the cops. Like, leave me alone, officer. He hit me because he loves me. Nah, I don't mess with her. I don't mess with Weeds, man. I'm afraid of her. Yeah, bro. She watches that TV show about prison, Lockup. You know that show, Lockup? It's about prison life, how the prisoners survive and how they make weapons out of nothing. She knows all that. So I don't want to get her mad, homie. Turn around and get shanked with an EBT card. They will, man. Or cut you with a food stamp, man. You never been cut with a food stamp? You never felt pain, brother, until you felt pain from a paper cut from a food stamp. Especially those purple ones. Now they got cards. Cards now, I do. Muy credit card acá. But they file them down, bro, and they can shank you, so be careful. That's all I'm saying. I remember our first date. I can still remember our first date. Who's been married here longer than 33 years? Tony, how long you been married, brother? 36. Do you remember your first date? He was going to say 40. Yeah, but she was busted for 3 of those years, bro, so you can't, Well, you remember your first date?
Yeah.
Where?
In our front yard.
In your front yard?
She was the girl next door.
Oh, yes, so. See, okay, I can see, because look, I always tell people, my wife is a gift from above, because she used to live upstairs, and she got evicted, right? So, I came up. Helped her with all her furniture. Okay, the futon. And that's all she had.
She literally was across the tracks.
What's that?
She literally was across the tracks.
Really?
I won her with a shiny glass of water.
You won her with a shiny glass of water? That's a real chola right there, man. She was drinking out of the water hose? Oh, bro, you got to keep her. That's her keeper. Hey, that's a soldier right there, bro. That's the kind of hyena you want next to you right there. You want a bottle of this? No, viejo, just give me that water hose. Vas a ver. Now, what were you going to propose to me? What? I remember our first date like if it was just yesterday because it was a bad experience, bro. What happened was, no, man, I wanted to, guys, when you want to impress a girl, So I wanted her to think that I had money. I didn't. I had no money, bro. I was broker than a Bakersfield pimp. I ain't lying. But I didn't want her to know that, you know what I mean? So I took her to a real expensive, classy, nice, bougie restaurant, right? And it backfired on me because I didn't know she had never been in a place like this nice, you know what I mean? She had never been in anything you can't drive through, you know what I mean? It was like, she was like a fish out of water, literally, like a fish out of the projects, you know what I mean? Straight out the hood, bro. So, pobrecita, she didn't know how to act. And she was nervous, man. She was sweating like a snitch at a gangster picnic. She was like, it's so hot in here. And she wiped off her eyebrow, man. Looking at me all cockeyed. What? I'm like, oh my God. Your eyebrow is gone, girl. Here's a Sharpie, go fix it. You're embarrassing me. This is Sizzlers. They got a 2-eyebrow policy up in here. Oh, my goodness. And then she went and she lost weight, man. She lost weight. I ain't like that. I didn't lie. I'll be honest. Ladies, not all guys like skinny women. I'm sorry, man. I like meat on my bones. You know what I mean? She went and lost weight, but I don't tell her nothing porque tengo miedo. I used to take her out slow dancing, bro, just to watch her. I enjoyed it. I just turned her in circles and just sit there. Ay, mom, you look good. La carne de pastor, you don't look. You're not sweating to the oldies, you know what I mean? Like, I'm hungry. Let's go eat, man. Híjole, no, hombre. But yeah, no, blessing, man. The truth is, people, when I was single, I told everybody who would hear, anybody that would talk about, God's going to send me a Proverbs 31 woman. And I knew it. That's what I prayed for. I knew that was the desire in my heart, and I knew God gives you the desires of your heart if you delight yourself in him. And that's always been my favorite scripture. So I knew it, and sure enough, well, she's a Proverbs 29, but we're praying for the next two because come on now, the Proverbs 31 woman, she gets up early. Not Good Morning Compton over here. Oh my goodness, man. No, pero that's just cool, man. You know what, Brother David? Congratulations, man. This is beautiful, man. I know it's a good church. You know, you guys are blessed to be a part of a beautiful church. It's a good church. You know, I know, man. I know what I'm talking about. Because, brother, let me tell you something. Thank God I found Calvary Chapel, because I've been to some bad churches. You know what I mean? I was some bad churches that I went to that discouraged me. You know what I mean? Because they weren't right, brother. Straight up. You know what I mean? But it was my fault. I didn't pay attention to the signs. You know, God gives you signs for everything. And if you don't pay attention to it, it's your fault. Whatever comes out of it. You know. And so, you know, I remember, so if you're looking for a church, maybe you're just visiting here, I'm going to give you some examples of that you're at the wrong church from what I've learned. Okay, if you go to a church and the pastor says, turn to Genesis, and he's the last one to find it, hold up. It was here yesterday. Hold up. Okay, hold up. I feel led to go to Psalms. It's right next to the book of Job. You know what I mean? I went to this one church. Man, I got to be honest with you. I went to a church one time. I almost got in a fight with a preacher. I'm not lying. I'm going to keep it real. He started it. He was pushing on me for nothing. Dude, I'm doing, hey, homie, what's up? What's up, God? Let go, man. He's all, let go, brother. I go, you let go. If I fall down, something's going to fall out of my pocket. We're both going to jail. And he was still on parole. He had to let go. It was one of them thug churches. You ever been to those thug churches? All thugs, but they're not all thoroughly delivered. Some of them are there on court order. That was one of those kind of churches, bruh. And I went there and I felt sorry for them because they had a couple of people that couldn't hear. So I said, you know, I have this homegirl. She does sign language for people that can't hear. You know what I mean? So I told her, hey, can you come and help these guys out? They got a couple people that can't hear. She goes, all right. She went down there and got down. Boop. She got jumped, bro. Hey, I didn't know that the sign for God loves you is the same sign for 18th Street. You know what I mean? And the pastor's wife was from Clanton, man. Hombre. It was on like Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, old man. Because, you know, here's the thing is we grew up in church, but we didn't grow up in church for the right reasons. We go because my mom sent us to any church that would get us out of her hair. She didn't care what religion it was or nada. If they had a van and they picked us up, it was on like Donkey Kong. You know what I mean? She didn't care if it was the Church of the Latter-day Saints, the Church of the Living God, or Church's Fried Chicken. As long as we got out of her hair, it was, you know what I mean? Because we were some bad little kids. I admit, we were bad little kids. They used to call us the children of the corn tortillas. We were some bad little welfare babies. Little welfare babies. And I said welfare. I'm state raised. Ain't no shame in my game. Government hooked me up. And I know for real, and I just want to take this time and thank all you taxpayers. Thank you. Thank you for all that wonderful free stuff. Thank you for that best cheese in the world. That government cheese you used to send us, thank you. That was a blessing. Blessing in a box. That cheese wouldn't melt for nothing. We could eat a quesadilla for a month. But it was delicious. The only thing I didn't like was free was that government carnation powdered milk. Who remembers that powdered milk the government used to send us? Anybody back me up? Wasn't that nasty? That was awful, man. We suffered for 2 years with that powdered milk. So the caseworker finally told us you're supposed to add water. I'm going to school with little 8 balls in my hand, man. I'm the only kid with a razor blade and a mirror at school, you know what I mean? I'm like, it's calcium, teacher. You got to get drug tested after school all the time. Come on, teacher. But it was, fíjole, finally, my mom finally gets a job. My mom finally got a job as a DJ on the ice cream truck. It was a job, right? Free ice cream. You know, I love my mom. Because look, let me tell you something. My mom and dad had a lot of kids, man. I met most of them too. I got brothers and sisters I've never met before. I know you probably, some of you can relate, you know what I mean? Papa was a rolling stone. You know what I mean? But my dad took off. My dad left us. My mom had to raise us by herself. My mom was my mother and my father. You know what I mean? She had a mustache, everything, man. No, she grew hers on purpose. She goes, no, you kids are going to have a dad if I can help it. My babies ain't going without. Mm-mm. My mom, she wanted to make sure her babies had a daddy. And you know what? She kept her promise. One day she brought us home a stepdaddy. He wasn't even our stepdaddy. We just like calling him that, you know what I mean? Because he didn't want to work. He sat on the steps all day. So we called him stepdaddy. We're like, get a job, stepdaddy. Come on, we got to pay this rent, man. Come on, Adam. We used to call him Adam because my mom was always saying, let me at him, let me at him. So that became his nickname. Because that's like, you know how we are. In my culture, for those of you that don't, in our culture, we nickname each other. Nicknames are big and all. You get a nickname as a little kid, and we're not creative. We just call you whatever's wrong with you. Am I right? Whatever's wrong with you, whatever your handicap, that's your name, player. We had a homeboy missing a finger. We called him El Nueve. 9. We called our second grade teacher by her dress size, La 22. 22. We were mean little kids. They're like, hey, watch out, La 22 is coming, man. I go, she can't catch me. No, and we never grow out of it. We got a homeboy right now, pobrecito, hombre. He's got an eye that's crooked a little bit, just looks up, a little angle, you know, up. You know what we call him? Buscaviones. That's Spanish for looking for airplanes. And he answers to it too. We're like, hey, Buscaviones. Like, what's up? Like, you tell me. That's why, look, if you're going to hang out with us, you better not have things skinned. You better not be politically correct. I can't even say that word. It's sad because that's a problem nowadays. People think they're being all that. No, you're the problem with this world right now. Stop being so sensitive, so politically correct, dude. I'm telling you, anything you say, you offend somebody. My tree trimmer's mad because I called him a tree trimmer. I didn't know you don't call him that no more. He said, I'm a branch manager. Thieves don't like to be called thieves. I'm not a traditional shopper, eh? Cholos don't like to be called cholos no more. I'm a Raider fan. It works every time. I can booze and Oh my gosh, I just, no, thank you all for laughing. I'm glad you're laughing because I did a show 2 weeks ago and nobody was laughing, man. It's for Narcotics Anonymous. They were trying to laugh, they kept nodding out. One guy kept clapping after all my jokes. He'd be like, So thank you, I appreciate that. Some of you ain't laughing because I'm just not funny. Some of you ain't laughing because you're confused. You're like, trying to make out what I am, you know what I mean? You know, the vato looks like Saddam Hussein and Wayne Newton had a baby. I can pass for anything, you know. Filipinos think I'm Filipino. They do. Any Filipinos here? Filipinos? Where? Kumusta? Mabuti. Hey, girl, what's up? Filipino. No, I use it. When I go to Arizona, I don't want to get deported. I turn Filipino. When the police pull me over, I'm Filipino. They do. They pull me over. Opposite. What is the problem? Opposite. See, I even sound Filipino, right? Yeah, I worked in the Philippines for 5 years. 5 years right there at Kaiser. And híjole. You got any napkins up here, Pastor, under the booster or something? This is how tall I am. Now watch. You know what tripped me out and threw me off right now? I was over there in line getting food, right? And I saw the pastor serving. I was like, what's up with that? I ain't never seen that before. Usually the pastor's up there sitting there with the 12 disciples at the table and everybody's serving him, you know what I mean? I see. You know what I mean? Judas acá, all greedy, acá, you know what I mean? No, but it was refreshing. No, for real, I did that one time. Where you going, girl? Oh. No, see that? See what I got right here, my woman, boy? Oh, they're for you. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. See that? She knows I'm getting paid tonight. She does that, man. I always tell people, this is a true guy. I'm going to tell you something. I got her in check. I ain't lying. I got her in. Oh, yeah, every week I give her my check. I'm telling you, man. Thank you, honey. I was up here sweating like a crackhead on payday. Where my money? It's Friday. Where my check at? I know I make fun of drugs. Hey, you know what? I'm drug free, man. Thank God I'm drug free now. Thank you. I'm happy, Yeah, I get all my drugs free, man. I'm happy. Nah, it's a joke. Come on. I play, people. I got to pay for them still. No, man. I was a Sherm head back in the day. I was a Sherm head. PCP, for those of you who don't know I don't know what it stands for, but it felt good. That's all I know. That PCP, man, that stuff makes you do crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I remember one time I was so high on that Sherm, I went to jail for arguing with the stop sign. I was like, don't tell me what to do. I'll stop when I want to stop. See, these are my dogs. And they don't have names, so if I let them go, I can't call them back. Oh, you laugh all you want. I went to jail. They thought I was crazy. They thought I was nuts. I had to go get my head checked. That was scary too, man, because they took me to this office, right? And I told that cop, I ain't going in there. He said, how come? I said, look what it says on the door, psycho the rapist. He said, that's psychotherapist. For real? I went to jail for dumb stuff. I never went to jail for hurting nobody. I thank God for that. I always went to jail for hurting me behind drugs and alcohol. Like when I got my DUI, I just got hungry. That's all. I was hungry. I wanted to go get something to eat, right? So I went to In-N-Out. I got in line, right? I didn't know it was a checkpoint. I saw bright lights in a line of cars. That's In-N-Out, you know? I was in on Friday, out on Monday is all I know. That's what my hamburger was all about. But the most embarrassing thing that I ever went to jail for, true story, I went to jail for $2,800 worth of jaywalking tickets. Jaywalking, homie, they started at $25, but you don't take care of them, pass the penalties and all that, hombre. And I had a bunch of them, but I didn't pay. What are you going to do, repossess my feet or what? I'm I gotta pay this, you know what I mean? If I had $25, I'm gonna get a Sherm. I ain't gonna pay your ticket. I'll go argue with a palm tree or something, and you know what I mean? But no, hombre, I went to jail for jaywalking, bro. $2,800, and I had to go to a bunch of different courts. So I ended up spending 11 days in jail just to take care of all those tickets, man. And they put me, and I'm in the LA County Jail, people, the craziest jail in the country. I'm in there, and they put me in murderers, robbers, and gang members, and then they're throwing gang signs at me. So I threw them back. I'm like, what's up? Jaywalkers in the house. We don't die, we multiply, huh? Because you got to stand up for yourself in there. They'll take advantage of you, you know what I mean? You got to, you know. Man, I was in there, check this out. I'm going to be real, right? I was in there, and this big dude comes up to me and goes, get up off my seat, Mexican. So, you know what I mean? I'm from the streets. I jumped up. I said, go ahead, dog. Not dumb. What am I supposed to do, man? I can't scare him. He's in there for murder. I'm in there for jaywalking, man. What am I supposed to tell him? Don't make me cross that street. You don't know me. I'm crazy. I don't wait for the light. Oh, my goodness. But nah, man, I'm good now, you know what I mean? Now I get to travel the country and get paid for what I used to get in trouble for in school, making the kids laugh. Now they're paying me to make the kids laugh. And they're paying for me to go places. And I take advantage of it. When I go somewhere, like say I'll go to a different state or Hawaii, you know what they say, I rent a car and I like to drive around and explore, hang out with the locals, and you get to see whatever you want to see. I like to do that, right? When I was in Florida, check this out. I rented a car because I wanted to go see an alligator. I've always seen alligators on TV. I want to see one in person, right? This is Florida, baby, gator country. And then I'm driving around, right? And the people in Florida, they're used to the alligators. They're like nothing. They swim in the water, he throw with them and all that. And this guy was fishing right next to the water. Right there. The water's right there, homeboy's right there with his pole right there. I said, sir, aren't you afraid of an alligator? He can get you from right there. He goes, I ain't afraid of no alligator. You don't bother them, they don't bother you. You ain't from around here, are you, Miguel? I said, no, sir, I'm from Los Angeles. He goes, Los Angeles? Do you know Jose? I said, is he a Mexican guy with black hair? He goes, that's him. I was like, sir, there's a lot of Mexicans in Los Angeles. I know, ain't you afraid? I said, no, they don't bother you if you don't bother them, amigo. Because Mexicans are some of the nicest people that you'll ever meet. They are. It's the Mexicans, that's the problem. Mexicans, there's a difference between a Mexican and a Mexican. Mexicans are the ones that get jobs and educations. Mexicans, we're just ghetto. And you can be white and be a Mexican. You can be black and be a Mexican. It's what you do. You know, like Jeff Foxworthy talks about rednecks? Well, we got them too. They're called Mexicans. And I'll let you know if you're one or not. If you do all your banking in a liquor store, you're a Mexican. If your old lady is taller than you, I love you. Mexican. If you got tapatio in your purse right now, because they may not have none. Mexican. If you tell people that your baby is 6 months years old, how old is your baby? 6 months years old. Mexican. If you didn't get that joke, Mexican. Oh my goodness. Yes. We got people married longer than 36 years here? 36 years? Yeah. How long, sir? That's how long. I don't know how long. That's an honest man. That's an honest man right there, bro. Yeah, you were like Tony. Tony, you said 40. How many? Huh? 37. Okay, they got Tony, but well. How about you over there, brother? 48. What? 48? Anybody married longer than that? Man, no. They had wedding rings back then, bro? No. No, congratulations, brother. Congratulations. High school sweetheart. Wow. I married my night school sweetheart. That's how I know there's a God, though, and I know there's a God, because I never thought that I could be married to one woman for this long. I never thought I was going to get married for real, because I was a little perro, man. When I was single, I was a little dog, man. I was one of those kind of guys that, I would go with anything, too. I didn't care what you look like. I would have went with the Llorona if I would have met her, I ain't lying. Can you see me picking up on the Llorona? Hey, babe, don't cry. Come on, I'll help you find your kids. Let's go on Facebook. That's where they're at. Come on. And I'm cheap too, man. I'm cheap. Something like this, I'm muy codo acá, you know what I mean? So I am, man. But like my wife, my poor wife, man. That's why I don't buy her presents no more, man. I don't buy her presents no more because I always mess up. Because she asked for a Coach purse, right? She asked for a Coach last Valentine's. I got her one. $30, bro. At the swap meet, ¿verdad? At the swap meet, ¿verdad? And I got it and I took it home to her. She didn't even touch it. She goes, "That's fake, man." I'm like, "Oh, you know it's fake, girl. You haven't even touched it." She goes, "You don't spell Coach K-O-S-H." I thought that little border brother would be like, "Coach, get your Coach." I thought he had an accent. You know what I mean? She said, "Well, how much did you pay for that?" I said, $30. She goes, "Those things start at $400. I go, "Well, then you need to get you an assistant coach first." I said, "No." Yeah, no. We got 2 daughters. We have 2 daughters. She blessed me with 2 daughters. You know what I mean? And her sister has twins, and her husband called me up all happy because one of them was his, and so he was all like. No, I got to tell you guys, some of you that, you have daughters and sons. If you have daughters, I hope you can back me up on this. Little girls are more expensive than little boys, right? Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that, man, And Barbie, the Mattel people, they know that. They know. That's why they advertise to the little girls, because they know daddies and mommies can't say no to them, right? And I can't keep up with Barbie. They got a new Barbie every week. They got a new Barbie. They got a different kind of this. They got a divorced Barbie. Oh, yeah, she comes complete with all of Ken's stuff. They got that new tattooed one. You seen that one, little crackhead one? Como se llama? Tweaking Tina. Her eyes don't blink. And if you pull the string, she talks. "I didn't take it." She doesn't even come with anything. She sold it all. They got a Mexican Barbie. They got one for us también, man. She comes complete with her papers and everything. Little bus pass. Hickeys all over her right here. Okay, they don't mess around, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, good job with David, Mom. Good job. What amazing. I was telling her, she prayed him into the kingdom. She was explaining all these things. I'm like, man, that's a good mom right there, man. My mom, God bless her soul, man. She didn't know any better. She just tried anything to control us kids because, she would try to scare us straight. She would tell us fairy tales. She talks about the fairy godmother and all that stuff. Yeah, because my brother lost his tooth. My little brother loses his tooth, right? And she goes, "Yeah, mijo, if you put your tooth under the pillow of the fairy godmother, she'll bring you some money." And I'm like, "Hold on, Mom, were you telling me that a white lady with a bag full of money is going to walk through the projects at midnight to bring us money?" But Mom, just say no to drugs, please. But no, man, the next morning, there was $1 under the pillow. It was a food stamp, but still, it was $1. Man, we chased my brother through the projects for an hour trying to get the rest of his teeth. Nah, he didn't. But that's when we got hit to teeth making money. And me, my little entrepreneur head that I had back then, I remembered we had a dog named Lucy. She was half Chihuahua, half St. Bernard. I know, I don't believe it either. That's what my mom said, all right? Just roll with it. I did. Lucy was the ugliest dog I ever seen in life. Had one long foot and three little tiny ones. Ran in circles barking at burglars. They just watch her and steal our stuff and leave. No. But anyways, Lucy died, right? I don't know how she died. I can't remember. From ugliness, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. She was gorgeously challenged. But Lucy had died about 1.5 years before this, right? And we buried her. We had a little funeral for her, like, little kids. And I remembered, I go, oh, snap. I know there's a bunch of teeth. I know, you know where I'm going with it. We did. We undug Lucy. Knocked all the teeth out. There was a skeleton out there. I know, you PETA people, I'm sorry. If there's anybody from PETA, por favor. Pass the statute of limitations, right? I'm good. 7 years, right, Cholo? I got to go to the expert over here about the law. I'm sorry, brother. Your head gave it away, the tattoos. I know you're trying to be undercover y todo, pero tú sabes. Okay, your lady's not smiling, so I'm going to just stop. Okay, she's laughing. I feel safe now. Where was I, man? Oh, Lucy's teeth. No, we did. We got him, and we put him under the pillow, and we got the next morning, and there was nothing but teeth. So we went, showed my mom. Mom, what happened? She goes, oh! And then she, she cussed us out like moms do, you know what I mean, when you're little. Man, I go, she goes, what you got from Lucy? Man, she spanked us, man. Yeah, it was that crazy, bro. No, but it was her fault, man. Here's the thing about Mexican parents. Well, maybe not you guys, maybe your parents did. They try to scare you straight. Raise us on la llorona, the cucuy, right? They told us about, my mom would tell us about all that stuff, the mano negra. Everything had its own, it's a black, hairy hand that would come through the windows looking for little kids that are supposed to be asleep. And then, if you're not asleep, she'll take you out, the hand will take you out to the woods and scratch you up and kill you. And she would say, now go to sleep. Like, really? I'm supposed to go to sleep now and be up with one eye open all night, looking at that open window, watching for a black hand to come through there, and I'm supposed to sleep? And then I go to school the next day, and then I'm getting in trouble because I fell asleep in class because I couldn't sleep the night before. Those tortures growing up with them kind of parents. Mano negra, for real, we believe it. And then on top of that, when we moved to LA, we were living with my tia in the projects, right? And somebody tried to do a home invasion on us. They tried to break in while we were there, man. And they broke the front window to reach in to unlock the doorknob. And it was a black hand, man. Yeah. Yeah, for real, brother. And my tia Mini was stabbing it. And nobody helped her because we were pretending like we were asleep. So you guys got to be careful what you tell your kids, man. Be careful because they believe that stuff, So tell your kids about Santa Claus, they find out there's no Santa Claus, and all of a sudden now you're trying to tell them about God, like a Santa Claus. You know what I mean? You got to be real cool, You got to be careful with all that stuff, man. It's telling you, man. I don't even know where I was going with this. Yeah, well, my parents, like I said, my parents were here. So my mom and dad were migrant workers. So I grew up, the first 5 years of my life, I lived in labor camps. I was born in a labor camp, you know what I mean? That's where and so we'd go around, chasing the crops and all that stuff. And then as we got older and everything, and my mom, she wanted to move us to a safe environment. So we moved to LA and came out here. Got involved in the cholismo stuff and the gangs and all that stuff. And, now it's telling people, I remember there was this little girl. That guy was like 15 years old. And this little girl, I liked it her. I did. This girl, she was bad. Sorry, honey. But she was phenomenal. I tell her this.
There were little boys at that time.
She said there was little boys at that time too. Well, this little girl, this little guy, she was so fine she could bring a tear to a glass eye. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody liked her. All the guys liked her, right? So anyways, one time her mom was a Christian, and her mom invited me to go to church. And I said, yeah, I'll go to church. You know, anything to be with her. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's go. So anyway, we went over there, and that preacher was talking about, and I was a fugitive at the time. I was wanted, right? And I couldn't go home. You know, and here I am at church, and this preacher was talking about, hey, if you give your life to God, that he'll change it and he'll do something with it. And I'm like, well, yeah, I want that because I already messed mine up. You know what I mean? So I did. I went forward, and I gave my life to God. And I didn't see no fireworks. I didn't hear nothing crazy, nothing. I didn't shake and shiver and all that. That was later that night when I got high. I was like, no, they did. They tripped out on this. They took me. They go, where do you want to go? Because they're going to drop me off. I go, well, drop me off at this party. There was a party. They dropped me off, and they gave me a stack of papers. They go, here, give these to people. I go, all right. I didn't know what it was. I'm on the dance floor dancing to Rick James, right? And I'm passing out these things to people, and I'm doing the Soul Train line. You know what I mean? They were tracks. I'm handing out tracks on the dance floor. Didn't even know it. And nothing happened. I didn't step foot into a church for another 4 years or nothing, man. And then I remember when I was in Idaho, once again, I had gotten arrested already, took care of that. Now I'm a fugitive again. Now I'm on the run. I'm in Idaho. And my dad was, when he was murdered when I was 9 years old. Don't feel bad. I didn't know him that well at all. You know what I mean? I never got to really know my dad, never bonded. So, you know what I mean? But this little kid, for show and tell, I took the article where they found my dad's body. And that was my show and tell. And this little kid at recess told me, how old was your dad when he died? I go, he was 25. He goes, that's how old you're going to be when you die. Yeah, and I believe those words. I stuck to me till I was 26. Just goes to show you the power of words, even from a child, let alone from a grown-up. Watch what you say. Watch what you say. Those words, believe it or not, even if you think people ain't paying attention, they are. You know what I mean? So anyway, I remember I was in Idaho, and my mom goes, mijo, you see that corner right there? Your dad used to be, because my dad was a Chuco from Texas, right? You know? And he was like, yeah, your dad used to be out there out by Chuco, hanging back like this, watching all the cars go by, you know. And I go, oh, is that right? I go, okay, well, one day I was on the same corner. I was going across the street to sell my stolen goods, and I was waiting because there was traffic. So I got my headband on, my T-shirt, my baggies. I'm just sitting back like that, and then I'm waiting for the traffic, and I hear this voice that says, hey, look at you. He didn't say it like that. He just said, look at you. Look where you're standing. Look how you're standing. You're walking in the same footsteps your father did, and if you don't straighten out your life, you're going to end up just like him. Ooh, man, that's when I looked up and said, God, you got to help me. I knew it was God. I go, you got to help me because I can't change. And that's when I decided to change. I came back to L.A., and I said, that's it. I'm going to change, man. I got back in school. I got into acting school because that was my dream, to always be an actor. Got back in there, and plus I dressed different because I used to wear baggies, those zoot suit pants. Remember those zoot suit baggies? I used to wear those, and I used to wear my shirt. I would button it up right here, and I'd leave it open. You know what I mean? Remember that, guys? Come on now. I'm bringing back memories to some of you. Right, Tony? So anyway, so what I did, though, because what happened when you hang around the projects, the police crash unit, they'll boom, rush you right away. They search you, make sure, run you down, make sure you ain't got warrants. That's how they do. So I go, man, I know they're gonna mess with me, man. So what I did is I tucked my shirt in and I opened it up. Now I'm instant disco. This was during the disco time. They started calling me Disco KI, they called me, right? I had to start all over again. I had to fight and this guy, because I had to prove that I'm not a disco guy. I'm in disguise. I'm undercover. And it worked, though. It worked, because the police would come and bum rushes and get my homeboys against the wall and start panting. I go, officer, you want me to help you? I can help you pat them down if you want. Like, get out of here. I go, you sure? All right. And I would just walk away. I ain't going to jail, bro. I had to play it off. Yeah, man. I remember, though, man, the Christians used to preach to me. And I would argue with them about the Bible. I would always argue the Bible with them. Why, answer this, and how come? And they couldn't, right? So after a while, they left me alone. They left me alone. And I remember one day I had a chauffeur back then, right? And I was on my way to meet my chauffeur. Okay, it was the bus, the RTD. But I was on my way to the bus stop. And one of those little Christian guys was right there putting gas in. And this was 1982. This was when gas was real expensive. It went up to like $1.50 a gallon. It was, everybody's freaking out. Who remembers that? Everybody was like, wow, making a big deal over the gas prices. And I remember that little guy, I go, hey, man, one of those Christian dudes. I go, hey, man, what's up, man? I'm making chit chat, And I go, hey, man, that's crazy about gas, huh? Going up crazy. I go, man, I guess you guys may be right, man. Maybe this world is coming to an end. And he said something that just totally cold-cocked me. Boy, he said, let gas go up. I don't care. I got Jesus. Let the world come to an end. I don't care. I got Jesus. I said, I want that. I want that fearlessness in life. I got to have that. And I told him, I didn't tell him that. I was standing by. I go, hey, man, when are you going to pick me up, take me to your church, man? He goes, well, give me your number. I gave him my number. He was at my house before I was. Took me to church. I started going to church 3 nights a week, man. Started reading the Bible, couldn't put it down, man. And you know what? Here it is now. I'm 58 years old. Si Dios quiere, May 21st, I'll be 58 years old. You know what I mean? I'm still here. I'm still changing. I'm just totally, it's not because I'm good and bad bingo. It's because God is good and he kept his promise. When I gave him my life and I gave him my everything, he took it and he went to work. He did his thing. And he's still doing his thing. Look where he's got me, man. He's got me right here in front of his children, like Bob Hope used to go do in the war. Remember, he would go and they would bring the men in from the battle to give them a little break and entertain them just for a little bit so they can lift their morale and then go back up and continue the battle. That's what I feel that I'm doing with you guys. You guys are in a battle. I'm your little Bob Hope, hopefully distracting you from your sorrows and your battles. And you know what? Now you get refreshed. Now you get to go back out there and tell people about what God did for this cholo, what God did for your pastor, but most of all, what he did for you. And you watch. You may not think that they're listening, but they are. Those words, the word of God does not come back void, but it accomplishes all that it's set out to do. So never give up, never get discouraged, especially on your loved ones. Yeah, just, sister, you know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I mean? So God bless you. Thank you. Have a happy Valentine's Day. Again, guys, don't wait till next year. Just try as much as you can to treat your lady like it's Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? God bless you. Thank you. Thank you.